The Vision of the Fortress, 2.1. The Human Toll, Homelessness, Addiction, and Despair. Across the United States, a profound and escalating human tragedy unfolds daily, scarring our streets and devastating our communities. Millions grapple with the crushing realities of homelessness, often rendered invisible or reduced to mere statistics, living lives stripped of basic dignity. This plight is inextricably linked with a pervasive mental health crisis and a ferocious addiction epidemic, with the fentanyl crisis particularly decimating lives and tearing apart families at an unprecedented rate. These are not merely isolated societal failures, but represent a catastrophic erosion of individual well-being and the very conditions necessary for human flourishing for countless American citizens. The human toll is immeasurable. Lives brutally cut short, potential extinguished, and a cycle of intergenerational trauma relentlessly perpetuated. Individuals are trapped in a desperate, unending struggle for mere survival, constantly battling exposure, systemic violence, debilitating illness, and the soul-crushing weight of pervasive despair. Beyond the raw numbers, this crisis manifests as a constant, visible indictment of our collective inability to protect our most vulnerable, casting a long, dark shadow over the nation's promise of prosperity and opportunity. It is a stark symbol of profound systemic breakdown and a direct challenge to the bedrock of our shared humanity. 2.2. The Economic Burden and Systemic Failures. The human tragedy unfolding across the nation carries an equally staggering economic burden, costing American taxpayers billions of dollars annually. These vast sums are overwhelmingly channeled into reactive measures: emergency room visits, repeated hospitalizations, costly incarcerations, extensive law enforcement interventions, and a patchwork of temporary shelters. While seemingly necessary, these expenditures represent a continuous, unsustainable drain on public resources. They manage symptoms rather than cure the disease, perpetuating a cycle of dependency and crisis without ever truly addressing the root causes of despair, addiction, and homelessness. This fiscal drain diverts critical funds from areas of genuine public investment, hampering national progress. Compounding this economic strain is the profound failure of existing systems to provide lasting solutions. Decades of well-intentioned but fragmented programs, lacking holistic integration and the tools for deep, individual transformation, have proven incapable of breaking these cycles of suffering. The current approach fosters bureaucratic inefficiency and fails to deliver a meaningful return on investment. It's a system designed to cope with failure, not to achieve success, leaving countless individuals trapped in a revolving door of crisis while simultaneously draining societal resources without yielding any significant long-term improvements or human capital gains. 2.3. The Unseen Cost, Wasted Human Potential, and the Societal Void. Beyond the visible human suffering and the tangible economic drain lies an even more profound yet often unacknowledged cost: the unconscionable squandering of human potential. Millions of minds, talents, and spirits, individuals who possess unique insights, creativity, and the capacity for innovation, are left to languish, their inherent value to society tragically unrealized. These are not merely passive recipients of aid. They represent a vast, untapped reservoir of human ingenuity that, when wasted, diminishes the entire collective. The loss of their potential contributions to art, science, community, and economic vitality is an immeasurable deficit for the nation. This crisis of unrealized potential is deeply intertwined with a pervasive, quote, societal void. Modern existence often leaves individuals adrift in a landscape of fractured purpose, lacking meaningful connection and a clear sense of belonging. The visible epidemics of addiction and despair are, in many ways, symptoms of this deeper spiritual and communal emptiness. This void erodes trust, fuels disillusionment, and weakens the very social fabric that underpins a healthy, thriving society. Unless addressed at its core, this pervasive lack of meaning will continue to undermine collective action, innovation, and the pursuit of any grand, unifying human endeavor.